Welcome everyone, the new Old Ways event has just gone live and oh boy have they released a big update with loads of patch notes, and today I'm going to be covering all of the patch notes and changes to weapons and legends that have happened in this update to keep you guys updated with the latest news and information. Now if you guys do go ahead and enjoy today's video, be sure to scroll down, leave a like to support the video further, and be sure you subscribe into the channel so you don't miss out on any future news, information videos, and also Apex Legends tips videos. I also stream daily on Twitch. If you want to come over after watching this video and watch me stream more of the new Apex Legends update and be involved in some positive vibes, I'll leave the link to my Twitch channel down below in the description. But without further ado, let's jump straight into these patch notes. So firstly, we have the G7 Scout, which has taken an absolutely huge hit. They've reduced the headshot scale from 2.0 to 1.75. They've reduced the leg shot scale from 0.9 to 0.75, and they slightly reduced the projectile speed as well. So I think the G7 Scout needed to be nerfed, especially in ranked modes. It was one of the most favoured weapons to be using, and now that it's taken this hit, hopefully other weapons will start being used more, especially in ranked mode. Now if we move over to the L-Star will reset its view kick pattern much more quickly to avoid horizontal recoil, feeling like it goes in an unpredictable direction while feathering the trigger. They've also reduced time before the overheat from 2.4 to 2.2, which is a very slight nerf there. Now if we move over to the Kraber has had an increase in headshot damage from 2.05 to 3.0. This ensures that no matter what health someone's got, even if they've got an Evo shield, you'll be able to headshot them and be guaranteed to get it down no matter what they're wearing, which I think is very rewarding. And if you do manage to headshot someone with a Kraber, you should be rewarded and you should definitely get the down in that situation. So it's good to see that they've adjusted that. Now moving on to sniper ammo, they've reduced the stack from 10 to 8 when you pick up ammo off the floor. They've also reduced the inventory stack size from 20 to 16. So moving on to low profile legends, limb shots will now deal the same much damage as body shots, which is a big hit for legends such as Wraith, which have a low profile and take 5% more damage than any other legend. And moving on to legends, we have a buff for Revenant. What they've done is with his silence ability, they've increased the duration of status effect from 10 to 20 seconds. The silence ability now disables Gibby's gun shield. They've increased the duration of area of effect from 5 seconds to 10 seconds, and the silence ability has 2 charges now. I don't think this is a big enough buff to encourage people to start using Revenant more often, but it's definitely a step in the right direction, and I think the devs are going to be giving more buffs the more the weeks go on, which is good to see because Revenant is definitely one of the weaker legends. Now with the death totem, characters are now respawned with 50 health or whatever health they had when they activated it, if lower, instead of 1 health. That is a very big buff indeed, and I think that alone is going to encourage more people to use Revenant. I still don't think he's as effective, but this one buff here with the death totem is definitely a game changer, and I guess we're just going to have to wait and see how much of an effect it has. They've also removed the low profile status that Revenant currently had, which I think was fair because Revenant is actually quite a larger legend compared to other legends such as Wraith, so it's good to see that they've removed the low profile from his status. Moving on to Lifeline, Lifeline now has a secondary passive, which is that she can access secret compartments with more loot on blue bins. Now these blue bins, I'm sure you guys saw it in the season 4 trailer, it was actually put in there by accident as the blue bins didn't launch in season 4, but now they've added the blue bins specifically for Lifeline, and in the description it says blue bins are found randomly replacing ordinary bins. These rare bins will have a secondary compartment that only Lifeline can open. The secondary compartment will always contain some mixture of health items, weapon attachments, and knockdown shields. So if you're a Lifeline main out there, be sure to look out for this the next time you jump onto a game of Apex Legends. Moving on to Wraith, portals will now disappear after 4 seconds if both ends are outside the circle. This change was made to combat players exploiting the portal to avoid taking damage out outside of the ring. We see this a lot with ranked mode games when both teams are trying to go for a heal off, and whoever manages to take the least amount of damage wins that game. So the Apex developers have caught on to that, and now if both portals are outside of the ring, your portal will just disappear. Moving on to Evo Armor, they've reduced the amount of damage required to evolve. As you guys can see, blue armor damage requirement reduced from 100 to 75. Purple armor damage requirement is reduced from 300 to 150, and the red armor damage requirement is reduced from 500 to 400. Now, I actually made a video on the Evo Armor shield saying why it's quite a weak option to go for, because you have to get 900 damage to max out that shield, and that's not something you can do in the beginning of the game or even halfway through a game or even in a very bad game towards the late stages, and you could end up having a blue shield towards the late game, which is not something you want to do. But it seems like now the developers have buffed it in a way so you require less damage to upgrade the shield. Lastly, I want to speak about the Kings Canyon and Kings Canyon After Dark bug that was currently happening, or it might have been something that they permanently did do, but now they've reverted back. They've increased the total amount of loot items that spawn in the map. Now it seems like they've added more loot for us to find. So there are a lot more patch notes, mostly bug fixes and quality of life fixes. If you want to know all of the information, be sure to scroll down, click the link in the description. It will take you straight to the website where you can look at every single change they have done. But I've just covered the main weapon changes, the legends changes, and the important changes that you guys should know when you're playing Apex Legends. So I'm going to wrap this video up here, guys. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to scroll down, leave a like to support the video further. Be sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one you saw today, and I'll catch all of you guys out in another brand new Apex Legends video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.